It's wrong, but it's okay.
Peace and blessings, you guys. Let's get straight into it. Let's hit them with the intro.
What's up, everyone? I am BB Nicole.
Peace and blessings. It's your girl Trend, and welcome back to the first episode of season 3 of the Mother Sucking Beauty Vault. Tap,
That's
tap, tap.
right. Yes, season 3 up in here. I am BB Nicole. To everyone that's just hearing my voice and seeing my face, I am BB Nicole. I am founder at DHG Pro University, as well as salon owner at deluxehairgallery.co for the ones that don't know.
That's right, girlfriend. It's your girl Trend. I'm the CEO of Totally Trend LLC, soon to be something else, as well as your co-educator here at co-educator at DHG Pro University, as well as your co-host here at the Beauty Vault. Super grateful for each and every one of you today. Thank you guys for joining us. We're not going to take too much of your time. As you know, BB and I, we are beauty professionals in the industry. We are mompreneur, we are mom bosses, and we're also educators. And we have some really dope stuff coming up this fall. We've got classes that are going on right now. We have a really big event that is coming up October the 1st. So we decided to start taking advantage of season 3 of the Beauty Vault and include you guys in what we got going on. So thank you so much for joining us. For all of my people that are on IG, BB and I, we host the Beauty Vault. We host a podcast called the Beauty Vault Podcast. So if you guys want to come on over to Facebook and join us on the Beauty Vault there, the Beauty Vault Podcast, or find me Monique Trend on Facebook, or you can find us on YouTube. Where else are we at, BB? We're Apple.
Yes, we are on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify and all of the other major listening platforms. You can catch us out there. Our episodes go live a couple of days later. No, by Wednesday. So we have our live show on Monday, and our audio episodes are available by Wednesday of the same week.
Yes. So find us there. Love ya.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone that is our regular people, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for your patience while I dropped a little intro, a little promo for our IG listeners. We are still working on adding IG to our stream. So in the meantime, want to go over there and just invite them. How you guys doing today? Peace
I hope they're doing good.
Happy money making, manifesting. Oh my God.
Every week. I'm wiping my screen off, guys. Sorry.
It's all good. It is all good. You guys, we got a really brief episode for you today. Like I said, we are preparing for a really big event coming up. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the topic right here while we wait on my beautiful co-host to come back. Yes. Today's episode is sponsored by yours truly, DHG Pro University, as well as Makeup by Amani. She does such a great job on BB's makeup. And we just want to make sure that we're continuing to shout her out. We have some photo shoots that are coming up, so you will be able to see her work live. So I'm really excited about that. So I was just letting the people know that we are sponsored by DHG Pro University, as well as Makeup by Amani.
I actually got to see it because you were on my TV, so I was able to hear you. So it was great. It worked out. Sorry about that, guys.
Perfect. Today, girl, let's check in.
How am I feeling? I'm actually feeling good. I had my therapy sesh That's always a good time hitting the mental gym. But I posted the other day on Instagram. I went live. I was doing yoga in the park, but I just feel like I'm getting my mojo back. I'm getting my vibe back. It's been a tough year. You're very close to me, so you already know the stuff that be going on. But I definitely feel like I'm getting back to myself, and I'm just excited to be in this place because I hate going through the storms, but I'm super excited to be like coming back around and feeling more like myself. So
I'm
excited
glad to
about
hear
that.
that.
How are
I
you
was listening
feeling?
to I was listening to a lecture actually yesterday. I had a really it's been busy. Of course, we know that every year it's back to school, so it's a lot of hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a class lecture on yesterday, and it was just kind of hit home for me when they were talking about basically everyone's tested, everyone's goes through something, everyone goes through trial per se. And I feel like depending on how we are reacting to the things that we go through could actually determine our outcome, could actually determine the amount of or the weight of our blessings.
For
Ain't that
sure.
something?
Yes,
So that
that's
really hit home
good.
for me. So and it shows because you and we personally know the adversities that we have been facing just 2023, and we still continue to be here each and every Monday, despite of right,
Every
and
time.
we still put our best foot forward. We're still giving praise to the Most High. We're still giving glory to the Most High through the storm. We're still trusting that, yeah, this is uncomfortable. This sucks. This
Yeah.
doesn't feel good. This doesn't smell good. This isn't something I would choose to go through
Hmm.
when I wake up out of the bed. But I'm trusting that the Most High got me. And if I'm going through this, then I'm already equipped with everything that I need to make it through. Right.
Exactly. The key word
So
there is trust for sure.
it was good to hear that yesterday. And it's even, I love to hear a word that touches me that carries on throughout the week that I can really like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, benefit from for the rest of the week. So I am still in a feeling of gratitude. I still am. And
Hmm.
I'm motivated. I'm excited. I'm ready for October 1st.
Me too. It's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a tough day, but it's gonna have like a major payoff. So I'm super excited about that.
Me
Super
too.
excited.
What's happening? What's happening October 1st, you guys? Well, wait no longer.
Let's get
Yes, we
into
got new
that.
dates. We got new dates. Originally the Good Hair Fest 2023 was supposed to be happening on yesterday, but we are reorganizing, inventing, and readjusting some things to make it even more enjoyable and even more of a great event for you guys. So dun 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 dun,
We will be in the
October
building.
1st, we got the Good Hair Fest 2023. You guys, go ahead, lock in your tickets on Eventbrite. The events and the classes are free. There are different
Free.
events. It's very affordable. It is something, there's going to be something at this Good Hair Festival for everyone in your family. Bring your grandma, bring your grandpa, bring your kids, okay? Don't bring your cats because I'm allergic. But bring your whole family out and enjoy classes, enjoy fashion shows, enjoy community, enjoy brown people with their own businesses. There are going to be vendors out there. There are going to be food trucks out there. There are going to be bouncy houses, games. There's going to be education. I'll be teaching I'll be showing a demo on how to start and kind of maintain locks and even market in the lock business. BB.
Yes, I'll be doing a TDM, hidden beat microlink class. I'm super excited about that. I'll be demonstrating that. That is one of my top selling services here in Augusta, Georgia. So I'm super excited to be sharing that with other professionals and definitely helping them tap into another way to, build up their revenue. So I'm excited about that.
Me too. So you guys make sure that you go and check out those tickets. We will be talking about this for the remainder of August through September. You guys, we are excited. We're getting prepped up. We're getting pumped up for the Good Hair Fest 2023. South Carolina, stand up. Georgia, stand up. North Carolina, go on and stand up.
Hey.
and show out. You guys, it's going to be an outdoor event October 1st. So, the weather is going to be nice, right? It's going to be comfortable. So let's get this knowledge. I'll start saying that again. What's the knowledge?
What's the no?
Yes.
Technical
So with
difficulty.
that being said, we are the hot topic today is the good old Hair Fest 2023. And we're prepping for our demos. We're prepping. And we want to include the community, you guys, our Vault Pros, our Vault Bosses. 2024, we're going to have you guys an official name.
Yes, eventually. Every time we get
tap.
Every time we get in here, I'm thinking about how we could name them something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So yes, I think that I am most excited. I think I am most excited about the fact that I'm finally positioned to be able to show and share my tricks of trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always, like, when my clients sit in the chair, they can tell how passionate I am about sharing the knowledge and making sure that I'm, educating them on the services that they're getting, the products that I'm using, and why. But it feels really, really good to share my knowledge with the world. It feels like I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're giving out it's your legacy. It's a part of everything that you're doing. It's your mark. It's
really is.
Trend's way. So I feel that way too. I also feel like out of all the years of preparation and getting ready, like with creating DU and even bringing you along and us collaborating and going into business together with DHG Pro University, I feel like up until that point, I was doing so much like prep work to get like the final product out so people can finally see what I've been working on. So just sharing your skill I don't know, it feels really good, especially when you work so hard for the finished product when it comes together. So I can't wait to be sharing the knowledge with the people.
Sister. Yes, it's definitely gonna be a whole lot of what's the knowledge. I might need to get that on the shirt. Anyway,
knowledge. Yeah.
And so we are talking about today, guys. We're getting ready for the Good Hair Festival 2023, and we're prepping for our class. So is it safe to say that you are as excited about the class as I am?
Oh, I'm beyond excited. Like I'm telling you, it's like I'm more than excited because I'm just ready to see like how life-changing having a skill. I'm telling you, like I feel like, I am somebody, don't get me wrong, but I'm nobody. And what microlinks has allowed me to do with my business, I feel like I'm no gatekeeping. I want other people to know about it. It's a skill that anyone can do. You don't have to be a braider. You don't have to be like, you don't have to have any type of technical skill to really learn microlinks, where like a sew-in, you got to know how to braid. With, other things, you have to have some type of foundation, but microlinks, you come into it and the foundation is so easy for people to grasp. So that's why I can't wait to share it, because it's not going to go over their head. And then they're going to be able to build upon this skill and this technique and really take their brand and their company to the next level. And I'm super excited. Super excited.
For sure. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel as well. I feel like there are so many voids in the lock industry in itself.
Yeah.
Just like I said, there's a void when it comes to textured hair extensions and the installing process, and there's a big void when it comes to lock services. Even people, it's safe to say, even people that have been doing extensions for years and years and years, there are some things that
they missed and they can learn.
You feel me? And the same thing goes with lock. So just to be here and have the platform to be able to express ourselves freely, I'm just super excited.
Love
it. So of course, you guys know, every week we kind of just jot down a few things within our topic that kind of helps us to bring our objective home. So the first thing that we do when we got together, BB and I, we meet multiple times a week, whether it is about DHG Pro University, whether it's about the class, or just checking in on sisterhood. Very much so DHG Pro, very much so business. or even the podcast. So when we get together, the first thing we do is we plan our content. Okay. We outline our topics and then we break them down into sections and then we manage them. Yeah. So, for example, with this class or the lock class, when I'm planning my content, I kind of thought about just the different things that what is it that I want my future professionals to know? What do I feel like is the void in the industry when it comes to locks that I would like for my future professionals to know? And I started with that. Then I broke them down into sections. Okay, I feel like future professionals, it may be they need to learn how to do the basic palm twist, and I think they need to learn hair anatomy, need to understand curl pattern, the way that hair grows, the way that hair needs to be twisted, and different things like that, for example. So I outlined those topics and then I broke them down into manageable sections, meaning I figured out a way that I could teach it or present it to my students without keeping them there all day and all night. Because y'all know I'm a talker. BB, how do you plan your content? How do you break down your outlines and create manageable sections? We can't hear you, boo. Are you?
Can you hear me now?
We sure can.
Hold on one second. Let me adjust my volume. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me adjust my volume. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yes. So, yeah, we are here. I didn't even notice you guys popped in on me. Hey, what it do?
So you can hear me because I can't hear you that well. Can you hear me,
I sure can.
Okay. So sorry about that, guys. So
it's all good.
How I plan content, I usually start with I kind of start with my objective first, and then I build in and fill in the content after I figure out okay, what it is that I want to teach my students. I always give my classes an objective. For example, for my TDM Hidden Bead class, my objective is I want my clients to be able to install 4 rows of hidden bead microlinks. It's not about speed, but it's about technicality. So I go back to the beginning and think, okay, usually I kind of record myself working so I can see exactly what I'm doing step by step. And then I try to translate that into my product and my lesson plan and my visuals to where it's digestible and comprehensible. So that's kind of my way. I work from the end goal, then I work my way back until it makes sense in my head, So that's my way. That's my method. That's how I kind of start the process.
Okay, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes, and I really love BB because when it comes to outlining and planning, you are very, very detailed, and you and we think a lot on that. So that's why I love having you as a business partner, a accountability partner. I am just blessed. You hear me?
Yeah.
Anywho, moving right along. Yes, guys. So after we plan our content, then we lesson plan. We plan our lessons. The objectives, right? What is it that we want them to accomplish? Okay, for my class, I would like my future professionals, the objective for my future professionals is to be able to perform basic starter locks.
Yeah.
That's my objective. BB, what's your objective?
Yeah, like I said earlier, depending on the class, my objective is usually, depending on the level that my class is starting off as, is usually to get them to be able to install 4 rows accurately. But sometimes, like depending on the setting of the class and the type of class, the objective may have to change and vary depending on how much time I have with them. Because I know how we're gearing up to like talk to cosmetology schools and do demos there. We know that they're not going to get the full thing. So objective kind of changes and varies, but usually that's my objective, to get my students to be able to install 4 rows and do their thing. That's usually what it is for me.
And so, when including in our lesson planning, we after objectives, we think about different things like our teaching methods. Teaching
That's a good
methods
one.
for me is kind of like how I get my future professionals to understand the lesson that I'm teaching. So some people learn through lecture, through verbal. You can tell them what to do,
Mm-hmm.
and they understand, and they're able to go and emulate that. Some people are hands-on. Some people have to write it, hear it, rehearse it. So incorporating different teaching styles into your lesson planning, I think will help to be able to have a successful class.
Yeah. What would you say that your teaching plan is? Because I know people learn different ways. Like, what do you usually combine into your classes?
My teaching
Because I know you do.
methods.
Yeah.
So for me, from my experience so far, because I am doing the one-on-one classes as well. So October 1st is a free demo, but I am offering actual one-on-one coaching. So during the one-on-one coaching, I do a lot of hands-on. I also have visual aids like slides.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that I incorporate multiple teaching methods, multiple teaching styles, because I am that way.
Mm-hmm.
I learn like that. You can tell me
Yeah.
something in it register, but if I touch it and kind of, I'm hands on with it, I really absorb it a little bit more. If I write it
Mm-hmm.
and then read it, I absorb it a little bit more than that. So I found that I have multiple ways of learning, so I incorporate that in my teaching styles. How
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah. I do multiple as well, but I wanted to point out, like when we did a private one-on-one, I love something unique about your courses and the way that you teach. I love how you let me mess up. Like you're like when you tell me to do it one way, you're like, now do it this way so I can show you visually, how to correct the incorrect like motion and stuff. I thought that was so profound. I never showed people like do it this way. Okay, that's wrong. So I thought that was so unique to like your teaching style, but it also made me never forget it. So I
I
just wanted to
enjoy
shout
that.
that.
And no, I did find that. I'm glad that you said that, because that registered for me, and that hit home, and that helps me
Mhm.
for the future. Because if give me something to coach, show me
Yeah.
how you do. I'm gonna tell you. I'm explaining to you what we're doing and what we're about to do. And if you looking like you don't even know what language I'm speaking, I'm like, okay, you might need a little. Right? You might need a little demonstration as well first. So I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
the demo. But other than that, I want you to show me what you got already. I'm I'm
I like
I'm
that.
a fan of show me what you got. Give me something to coach, because
Yeah.
for me, it's all about learning those fundamentals. Get the fundamentals down
Yeah.
and then make it your own.
Yeah.
But if you already
Well,
got the fundamentals down there, let me help you just tweak what you already got, because it's all about authenticity, making it
yeah.
yours, right? So I'm
Yeah.
teaching you Trend's way, but I want you to go and make it BB's way. At the end of the day, I want you
Yeah.
to take what Trend gives you and make it BB.
Yeah, that's what I did. But I just wanted to highlight that because you made it. I've never ever thought about like that was just so profound to me. It just made like what you taught me stuck because of that. Like you let me visually see it wrong. But to answer your question, my teaching style, I like to I like to do the lecture stuff first because I'm very much so hands on. My teaching span is very short, so I'm just like I have notes that you can take. I have my lecture that I talk to you about. Then I kind of get a little feedback from the people that are in my class, and then we jump into my favorite part, which is the technical things,
Yeah.
and we get on. And I'm like, all try not to be in your space, but I'm like, I want you to leave, and I want you to know it. And I try to be very detailed. I try to think of things that would come up when maybe someone is not there to guide you. So that's my style. Very hands on, very detailed, and just I try not to do a lot of talking. I like to do the showing because I know the time is precious and we have a lot to get done.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. Do find myself incorporating all things at one time. Like I'm like, okay, this is
mhm,
what we're doing. This is how you do it as I'm doing it. So
mhm.
I'm showing you with the hands-on, I'm demonstrating, but I'm also explaining as well. And if I feel like you need a little bit extra, then I'm going to go into the text. Peace and blessings, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We are talking about the Good Hair Fest 2023 that's coming up on October the 1st. It's an outside event. It's for everybody in the family. It's going to be vendors. It's going to be food. There's going to be games. It's going to be education. It's going to be fashion shows. It's going to be dope music from the dopest DJ. It's going to be exactly what Charlotte needs. If you guys have ever experienced For Sisters Only, it's going to be an outside event of For Sisters Only. So BB and I are prepping for our class. So we are just talking about different ways that we are prepping. If you're business owners out here, if you're entrepreneurs, if you have a business or an event that you are planning, you could take advantage from today's episode with what you got going on as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
we just talked about lesson planning, coming up with our objectives. We figured out what our objectives are.
Yes.
And we talked about different teaching methods, and now we want to get into like interactive activities. Interactive activities for me would be things like the hands-on activities, things that would get the future professional or my students involved in the class, get them excited about the class, also help them to be able to retain information, right? Because when I'm
Right.
having fun, I'm more ready to learn. I'm
Yeah.
more ready to listen when I'm enjoying myself, when I'm comfortable, right? So when we are doing our lesson planning, we're thinking about different interactive activities that we can incorporate for our future professionals. And I'm thinking, you guys, question for all of those beautiful people out there. What is your learning style? And if you're educators out there, if there are any educators out there or people who are teaching a method or teaching a class or teaching a skill, what is your teaching method? What is your learning? What's your learning style? How do you learn? Do you like to learn visually? You like to listen? Are you hands-on? Drop them in the comments. I want to know. I want to know what how my people think. In the meantime, yeah, let's talk about some interactive activities that we're thinking about incorporating for our class.
I know, you know,
myself.
Because I was thinking about what you were saying, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what are my, I feel like interactive, I feel like I do have icebreakers, like to get familiar, but as far as like interactive, I'm trying to get better, guys. I am so when people are spending their money with me, when they're dropping a bag, I be so matter of fact and serious, and I be like, we're about to get everything that you need. We're gonna get that to you. We're gonna get that knowledge to you. So I feel like I'm so matter of fact. I cannot relax until I see people taking in what I'm teaching them and taking in what I'm trying to get across to them, and I see it, happening. Like, if I am a great educator, my students are going to be able to do exactly what I do. That's how detailed I am, because there is a motion. I have a way. I'm not just out here winging it. I do the same thing every time, every single time. There is structure and it is well thought out. So if I've done my job, my students can do it just like me. Like, really, they can. The only thing that they have to go work on is like their speed. But the technicality, the steps, is going to be in there. So I don't find myself relaxing until the hands-on portion, because that's when I'm more comfortable and I kind of get to know my students a little more then. But I'm not fun or anything at the beginning. I'm serious. I gotta work on my
maybe that would help you by thinking of some games where it's like, oh God, she finna, because you're not that way. First of all, I've taken BB's class. You guys, she's not boring by any means. She's just make sure that you are there, you're getting your money's worth, and she values your time. So when you're there, you're learning. So in her mind, she's like, she's a bore, but she's not. But with that being said, you could also think about some light, like you say, icebreakers or some activities to make it a little light, give a little laughter, lighten the mood, because you about to get into the business, to what's the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So You're gonna be fine. You got.
Yeah,
I don't say change the script at all. I say kind of, add a little razzle, add a little sprinkles on it, and make it yours. You already have a
I
great concept. You already have a great idea. I've taken your class. I've benefited from your class myself. So don't change it. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. You know what I mean?
I feel
Just like myself, we're just gonna think of some different interactive activities to get our future professionals involved. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be good.
I've said music because music just makes me like music. I feel like I can add music to set the vibe. Like,
and there's gonna be some dope music there. It's gonna be the dopest DJ there. So just know that you guys, we're gonna have a great time.
So what do you feel like you can do to make your class more interactive and fun? What things and what do you have in mind? Because I didn't get to ask you what you're doing.
I'm still thinking of some interactive activities that I can do with the future professionals. But what I do know that I want to do, because there's a lack of in the community, we need to be able to identify our hair textures. So that is going to be one of the icebreaker, one of the first activities I do with the future professionals. Let's identify each other's curl patterns.
Yeah.
Let's identify our porosity. Let's identify our elasticity. Let's identify those things. So now we have more confidence in our hair. Now we're building more confidence. So now we can go into the class when we're getting into why we do things, why it's twisted a certain type of way. As we're breaking it down, they're able to absorb it because they have more. Okay, curly hair. C4. Lord have mercy. Mm-hmm. C3 hair has to be started this way versus a straighter texture. You're going to use another technique to start. So incorporating those. Incorporating those interactive activities is really going to be a plus. I had someone pop up on my IG. Peace.
That's so funny.
Yes. So also, you guys, as we're getting ready for the Good Hair Fest 2023, as we're working on our lesson plans, we're also going to be incorporating time management.
Hello.
Right? That's really, really important. For me, I have so many ideas. I have so much knowledge. I have so much information that I want to share with my future professionals. I'm about to bust on the inside. But the reality is we don't have enough time in the day. And you guys are not trying to spend the night with me for me to give you this information. So we have to manage the time and be able to break down the lessons to where we're not putting you to sleep. Where you're able to receive the information and where the class can flow smoothly.
Right.
Yes. I've had the honor and privilege of taking your hair class. I've had the honor and privilege of taking a music class, the Foundations of Music class recently as well. And I really appreciate how both of you guys transition. You guys knew when to take the breaks. You guys knew when to transition. You went from the lecture to the hands-on very well. So I have learned from both of you guys, and I will be incorporating things from the two classes that I have taken in my own class. So I feel like I'm set up for success as far as the lesson planning. How do you plan on incorporating time management into your lesson plan, BB?
That's a good question. So, how I like to like this. You know how you just mentioned I like to think about all the classes I've been in, and then I kind of take from them, not necessarily in that way, but I kind of learn okay, my attention span, this was too much, or this was drawn out, this was whatever the case. So that's kind of helped me. What works for me is getting to the nitty gritty. So I try to give myself a certain amount of time I want to spend on each topic and flow out of it, because the real learning I feel comes from that demo part. So as long as I get to that demo part, that's where I feel like the bulk of their learning is going to come from. So I try to give that the most time. That's always my strategy. That's always how I like to do things. The hands-on part is going to get the most time in my class always, because we can talk and you can also ask me everything that you need to know while we're doing it. And that's when you really get that impression and you really see if it's sticking, see if they're retaining what they're given. So, I use time management for mostly everything in my day-to-day in the salon, I'm on my time management kick, so that's kind of easy for me to implement into,
Yeah.
my classes, because I'm like that in the salon, so it's kind of ingrained in me. Um, I got that from a salon I used to work at because they timed us for everything, so that just kind of stuck with me in my career. So that's that.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, you guys. Okay. So we're getting ready for the Good Hair Fest 2023 for your whole family. You guys, just in case you didn't hear me before, go ahead over to Eventbrite, grab your tickets, okay? Grab your tickets. You
Yeah.
can get some education. You can enjoy a beautiful fashion show. You can enjoy some brown owned products, some brown cooked food,
Mm,
some just positive vibes, okay?
yeah.
Let's come together without folding chairs and really have a great time. No point intended.
Baby. Without
Okay.
tears.
You
That's so
know, y'all know I have to throw in some comedy inside of there, okay?
yeah.
Let's talk about materials and visual aids. BB, I gotta rest my
Vocals.
yeah.
Got it.
Hook me
Okay.
up.
Let me check. Let me make sure the dockets. Okay, it's right. Okay. So,
Running my mouth.
visual aids that you can find at EDM can be method, class, or demo. I usually have slides, some videos, a lot of pictures. Um, I also have textbooks and workbooks um, that I give out and let people follow along with. I know demos are a little different because demos aren't going to be as hands-on. Demos are not a master class. So with my master class, I give out kits. I give out textbooks that go along with whatever lesson that you're learning. And whenever I'm describing something, if I don't have the setup to show you what my hands are doing and have it zoomed in on a projector, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to direct you to a video or send you links that you need to follow along with in class. Just depending on the setup, we have to be adaptable as educators because we have our situation where we're set up in our places that we educate, but then when we're doing traveling and stuff, we never really know what we're going to run into. So we just try to be adaptable. I'm sure you can attest to that. But for the most part, you're going to have some visuals, some videos, um, papers you can look at and follow along with terms, with photos, with key things that you need to know to take away from the class. And yeah, that's usually what I use. And I know the more I do classes, the more that's going to elevate and even have even more grand diagrams, things like that. We also have things like pop-up banners and flyers
Yep.
and things like
Yep.
that. And in my
Yes, ma'am.
in my case, if I don't have inventory at the demo, I'll most likely have like sign up forms and cards and flyers for people to get access to Pro Tools because I do like to give those to the people who invest in tuition because it is, very expensive. But you will have access to all of the resources that my students will have. So rest assured. So what about you? What are you doing as far as like visual aids for your class?
So what I've experienced from my class is going to be mostly hands-on. I think that my future professionals will benefit from my class from it being mostly hands-on. As far as visual aids, I plan on bringing those in when it's something that they don't understand. So curl patterns, I have visual aids for that. I have slides for that where it breaks down curl patterns, the descriptions for them, and diagrams to be able to identify.
Right.
I also have diagrams for sectioning of the hair because there are different grids, there are different partings that you can choose when you're starting locks. So those are visual aids that I'll be using as well so that future professionals are able to identify the difference between a brick lay and a freeform parting, and what the difference in how the locks will lay with a fish with diamond partings versus oval parting. So I would have visual aids for those things so that future professionals are able to identify what they're doing with the hands-on. But for the most part, I feel that my class will be pretty hands-on. Or even the tools, I'll have visual aids for the tools to describe what the tools are, because there are different tools that you use to start things.
Great information. My dog. But that's great, though. I love that because classes can be done so many different ways. There's no right or wrong. It's just about like picking your flow and picking your vibe, essentially. You know.
Yes, yes, yes. So you guys, last but not least, we gotta think about our classroom setup. We're having a class, we're hosting an event, we're hosting a demo with 30 people. It's a lot. So we want to make sure that when people are sitting in our class that they feel comfortable. So we're checking for the visibility. Are you able to see me from where you're sitting? Are you able to hear me from where you sit? Are you able to see the models? Because it's not going to help you to be sitting in a packed out class of 30 people if you can't even see what the instructor is teaching you. So we want to, as instructors, we want to be mindful of our classroom setup by making sure everything is visible, as well as accessible. When we're doing the hands-on, when we're doing the demo, I may have a couple volunteers come up and show me that they are retaining information I'm giving. So show me an example of palm rolling. Show me an example of backcombing or whatever. I want to make sure that the classroom is set up in a way where that students are able to that it's accessible for students to get around and move around to be able to have a successful class without having fire hazards and people bumping into each other, so on and so forth, right? How about you? Because clearly my vocabulary is running out.
No, you're doing just. But just like I love what you said. That's true. You want to make sure people can hear you, people can see you, and I like one thing about the classroom setup. My ideal classroom setup where I can walk around and walk through and have space. So yeah, I definitely don't want to have be standing all over people. I want to be able to work through. I want to be able to make sure that no matter where I'm at, everyone can see me and see what I'm doing. Ideally, when I envision a class, I envision like tables. Think like a not a open rectangle where it's like that. This is the head of the rectangle. Then you have the sides, and then it's open at the bottom. So students can sit here, students can sit there, and students can sit at this table. And I'm usually where the opening is, and I can walk through, talk to everyone, see everyone, and they can see what I'm doing. That's like the ideal setup for me. Or a stage where I'm up higher, so no one is, looking straight ahead, and I'm right where no one can see me. So either I like to be up, or I like to be in view of everyone, sort of in the center. So that's ideal for setup for me. And also, I like to have some type of screen that is close up to the detail that I'm doing. It requires like what I do, you can't really see it all the way. So I like to have some type of screen up, ideally, and have a camera zoom in and just kind of showing what I'm doing so people don't have to get out of their chair. But we're manifesting and praying for a facility to where it's perfectly set up just how we want, so we don't have to worry about going into different classroom settings and not having what we need, or that type of stuff. So manifesting, fingers crossed, we're manifesting a brick and mortar. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
You guys, my computer is going to cut off very momentarily, but I feel like this is divine because we only plan on being on here for 45 minutes and we're at 43:42. So with that being said, text VAULT to 844-716-3052 to stay in contact with the Beauty Vault, everything that we have going on, special events, tips of trade, just to stay engaged and stay connected with us. You guys make sure you text the word VAULT, VAULT, to 844-716-3052 and answer yes. Get connected with us, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us each and every Monday, right? As you can see, we came in a little earlier today. That's for you. You're welcome. Go back and listen to this. You could really benefit off of it. Okay, it was a really, really great show. Go ahead again. Get your tickets to the Good Hair Fest 2023 for your whole family. Is October the 1st. You guys, the dopest DJs, okay? The
Okay.
dopest vendors, dopest food, the dopest entrepreneurs, fashion shows, the dopest educator, the dopest educator. Get your tickets, my people. It's going to be doper than for sisters only, okay? People are going to be talking about this for years and years and years to come. Your kids going to be talking about the Good Hair Fest 2023. We love you. I'm grateful for the life that the Most High has chose to breathe in your lungs on tonight. BB, I love you so much. Thank you for just being you are my rock.
You're so funny.
Wow, before I got all the way dark.
Yeah, I didn't even need my ring light for this. It's giving easy. It's giving easy setup. No problem at all.
Totally.
I like earlier. Guys, do you like earlier? I feel like my night is to myself. I'm not sleeping. I'm liking it. Honey, it's us
Y'all,
both.
finish my braids.
Yeah. I can't turn around. I'm incomplete. But I'm fine.
We love y'all so much. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in. Make sure y'all go back and watch this episode, okay? It is the first episode of season 3. It's going to be a short season. We only have 6 episodes this season because we're leading you guys up to the Good Hair Fest. Go over to Eventbrite right now. I ain't going to be your friend no more and get your tickets.
That's so funny. I mean, we have to get them ready. This season is all about like education.
Okay. We're going to have to give away some free tickets. That's what we're going to have to do. You know what? Next week, we're giving away tickets. Next week, we're giving away some free tickets, okay, to the free event. Love y'all. Bye.
Mm-hmm.